traveled all the way to Louisiana, me and my wife April. Why we travel to Louisiana, you ask? Well, the machines needed some upgrades, and it was going to cost too much to ship some parts out there, so we decided to make a road trip out of it. So here we are. We've been in Louisiana for a day. We dropped the parts off yesterday, and we're going to get to go pick them up today. So we got a couple stops along the way on the rest of this journey you guys will get to see, but stay tuned. You guys are going to get a good kick out of this, and it's really going to take us and the machines to the next level. All right, so we're at Double E Racing. Told you guys we're going somewhere. We're here. We dropped the shocks off yesterday, and we're back today to pick them up. This is George White. What do you do here?
Well, we're a shock tuning company. We also make sway bars and a few other parts, but mainly shock tuning. We tune shocks for a lot of the top pros in racing, and I used to do this part-time, so now it's full-time, and we're trying to get more into the everyday average customer and not just into the racing world. So, but we can take care of pretty much anything anybody needs. I tell everybody all the time, if I can make Hunter and Cody Miller and guys like that happy, then making an average trail rider happy is fairly easy.
So basically we got my shocks, we got Joel's shocks, and we got Harley shocks, because as of right now, those are our three main machines. So we want to try to take it to the next level, and this is the next level. So what'd you end up doing to Joel's shocks?
So Joel's and Harley's are both Pro XP shocks. So I set them up identical. Talking to Harley, the cars are fairly similar.
Correct.
But we went in, we revalved, we changed all the pistons with our pistons. They're Walker Evans shocks, OE shocks, which are perfectly fine.
And you guys do like a custom piston?
Yes. Yep. And then revalved. We shortened the shocks slightly to make the cars handle better, so they don't unload and that kind of stuff for what y'all doing.
Okay.
Replaced the bumpers on Harley's, crossover nuts, full springs.
Full works basically.
Yes. Yeah. It's I built them for Ultra 4 racing.
Okay.
So that's kind of how they're built.
And that's where we're trying to go. I don't know if you guys know that or not, but we're trying to get our machines and our guys dialed in to go in Ultra 4 race and not worry so much about the little races. We'd like to go and, I don't know, be blowing our machines up for something, and it's just sometimes it's not worth it to do the smaller races.
I hear you.
Right?
Yep. For yours, it's a Razor Turbo with Fox bypass shocks, which bypasses are a little bit different than standard shock in the way they work, but for Ultra 4 they're fine. And we revalved them, again shortened them slightly, not much, just enough to not have to run limit straps or, you know.
So you don't want us to run limit straps?
No.
On any of them?
No. No, that's... So, I mean, granted, everybody's got opinions on stuff.
Okay.
Mine is limit straps, they do two things. One, they limit the amount of stroke in the shock, so it's for axle bind. I can do that internally to solve that problem.
Okay. So it doesn't hurt the shock getting tugged on?
Well, the other thing is for top outload. These shocks, tires and unsprung weight have to be extremely heavy to warrant a top out load on these things.
Gotcha.
So like with a 32-inch tire, I can valve to accommodate that, where you don't need to run a limit strap because the load on the seal head isn't enough. I can slow it down enough to where it's not, you don't have to run a limit strap.
Gotcha. I guess we know enough to get us in trouble, but this is, things we don't know.
Yes.
And so that's kind of good, because my limit strap hardware is all bent.
Well, and that's the thing. Running limit straps is one of those things that is just something else to break.
It is,
Put
and
a lighter on it if you don't have to.
I've had to make shortened hardware and spacers so I didn't hit my tire with the limit straps, and then the front hardware off these shocks I just took off, and the bolt was bent like this, so I was getting ready to have to put new hardware in it anyways.
Yes. Yep. No.
So-
I get it. So yeah, that's what we did. We replaced the bumpers. The bumpers on the Foxes, they tend to be very aggressive. And granted, it takes somebody who can really feel what's going on. But what happens is when you get in them, it disrupts the car because they're kind of stiff.
Right.
So we use a very progressive bumper that's actually got a really nice spring curve, and it allows you to get in it and not feel it, and then the further it gets in, the more it ramps, just like a spring would.
Yeah.
And granted, the Fox ones do that too. They're just the initial rate, if you want to call it that, tends to be a lot more harsh. So when you get in it, it really you feel it.
Okay.
So I like replacing all the Fox bumpers.
And what about what'd you do differently with the clickers? I
Yep.
had like 24 adjustments before.
Yeah, correct. So we put dual speed adjusters in. These particular shocks came with a Fox single speed adjuster. It was a low speed only. Basically, we just gave you more fine tunability. So now we got high and low speed, 24 clicks of each. And it allows you to have more fine tuned adjustability with it.
Okay. Well, good thing I got a phone call. I can call somebody that knows about that.
For sure.
Yeah. So customer support is what I found is a big deal with this guy. So you guys want somebody that's got some support to back it up. He'll answer your calls and get you taken care of on your questions and help you sort out your problems. And kind of easy choice. But then we got Harley shocks, which is the same thing as Joel's. So basically all three of our machines are dialed in. And yeah, you got anything else you want to?
No, I mean,
So you can do
Appreciate
dune. You can do a dune setup,
yeah, we can do anything.
trail rides, shocks. I mean, and if you guys want to contact Double E Racing, or you can contact me and get you set in the right place.
Yeah. You can find us right now. The website's being redone. Hopefully by the end of August, it'll be up and running and finished, which would be a lot nicer for everyone. And
Your website is still working right now.
it is. Yeah, people can contact us through the website. It's www.doubleeracing.com. It's all spelled out. And then you can also give me a phone call, 985-507-3307. The worst way to get in touch with me is text messages. Call me. I wear an earpiece when I'm walking on shocks, and I got hands on oil and text message. Everybody says they don't want to bother me. Well, phone calls don't bother me because I can answer the phone and talk at the same time.
Okay. Well, there you go. You guys heard it right there. All right. Well, I really
Yep.
appreciate working
Nice
with you.
meeting you.
And if you guys need your shocks done, get a hold of this guy. Get a hold of us. Whatever. We'll get you in the right direction. See you next time.